Relocating to Utah is something you have been playing with in your mind, but haven't made a decision. And no worries, that's why I made this video, to provide some guidance and information for you. I'm breaking down 5 things you need to know before making the move, from the cost of living to housing, jobs, and what's really like to live in here. I help people like you make smooth transitions into their new homes here in Utah. So let's dive in. One of the things many people ask me is Utah expensive? Well, the cost of living in Utah is slightly higher than the national average, but it depends on where you settle and the lifestyle that you want to have or that you already have. For example, the cost of living in Salt Lake City is higher than Lehi. Living in South Jordan is more expensive than living in West Valley, and the cost of living in St. George is lower than living in Park City, and so on. Home prices have gone up, especially in areas like Salt Lake City and Park City, but there are still affordable options in places like Tuella, Ogden, Magna, and Eagle Mountain. Utah has a flat state income tax of 4.55%, which is lower than many other states. Property taxes are also relatively low compared to the other high-growth states. Groceries, gas, and utilities are about average compared to the rest of the country. But things like outdoor gear and recreation memberships can add up. Would you like a breakdown of living costs in specific cities? Let me know in the comments. Now let's talk about where to live in Utah. Some of the most popular cities and suburbs include Salt Lake City, which is the capital. It's great for job opportunities, nightlife, and culture, but it's getting expensive. The median home price per square footage here is $335. Now here you will find a mix of environments. You'll see downtown Salt Lake with apartments, nightlife, food scene, and walkable space. Another place you'll find is Sugar House, with a historic charm, artsy vibe, and with a younger crowd. 9th and 9th will offer you boutique shops, coffee spots, and it's super close to downtown too. And you'll also have the Avenues, another historic environment close to the city with great views. Now, let's talk about a little bit about public transportation. Here in Salt Lake, you'll find Trax Light Rail, which connects downtown University of Utah Airport and some of the suburbs. Also, you'll see the Front Runner train. This is a commuter train that connects to Ogden, Provo, and another very important cities. And you also have buses with an extensive system, but it's not always convenient. I am combining 3 cities here where a booming tech hub is alive. They are Saratoga Springs, Lehi, and Eagle Mountain. All of these 3 cities are located in Utah County. This county offers more family-friendly communities and it's more affordable than Salt Lake City. The median home price here per square footage is $208. And this is within the whole county. This is the fastest growing county in all of Utah, and a lot of developments are happening here. This will be the most important county in the next 10 to 15 years. The lifestyle here is more chill and family-oriented compared to Salt Lake City. There are more townhomes and single-family homes available versus what you could find in Salt Lake City. Now, yeah, I know we're comparing a city versus an entire county, and it's not fair. But the truth is that these 3 cities we are considering here are very alike. Public transportation is not as developed as it is in Salt Lake City. You will still get access to the Front Runner train and the I-15. Another thing to consider here is that traffic is increasing rapidly because of the massive growth. Now this won't last forever. The Utah Department of Transportation, UDOT, is already building and expanding roads for its residents and visitors. Park City is a dream for outdoor lovers and ski enthusiasts, but home prices are sky high. The median home price per square footage here is, are you ready? $912. Yep, this city is mainly considered as a luxury market, and since it's a beautiful place, the demand is very high. Despite of the luxury appeal, it has a tight-knit community. Some of the neighbors you'll find here are Old Town, with a historic district and walkability to the main street, Deer Valley, which you'll find high-end ski-in and ski-out properties. The Canyons Village, this is a more modern resort type of living. And then also Jeremy Ranch and Pine Brook. These are more affordable options with easy access to Salt Lake City. Now, Park City is home to Park City Mountain Resort and Deer Valley Resort, two of the most prestigious and important skiing resorts in the state, but also in the country. Two other things to consider about Park City is that it has an elevation of 7,000 feet. And when it snows, it's usually very heavy. So this prevents some vehicles from accessing few areas. Plus, you'll be required to use chains in your tires. So prepare ahead. Ogden, it's a more affordable city. It's close to mountains and has a growing area for young professionals. The median home price per square footage here is $211. Living in Ogden is safer than many US cities, but with a higher crime rate than Salt Lake City suburbs. It offers a small town feel with a mix of historic charm and modern development. Here you will find yourself close to 3 ski resorts: Snow Basin, Nordic Valley, and Powder Mountain. Located in Weber County, it's 35 to 45 minutes away from Salt Lake City if you take the I-15. The Frontrunner commuter train connects Ogden to Salt Lake City and Provo, and has way less traffic than Salt Lake City, but can be busy during peak hours. It has been growing as well with new businesses and housing developments. The city has been making investments in the downtown revitalization to keep up with what downtown Salt Lake City has been doing too. St. George has a warmer climate, stunning red rock views, and a slower pace of life. The median home price per square footage here is $270. Since there is no state income tax on Social Security, makes it a very popular place for people who are retiring. Offers around 300 days of sunshine per day, very different from Park City. It rarely drops to freezing temperatures and it barely snows. It's located in the south part of Utah and gives you the opportunity to be close to our national parks. This is probably the safest city in the whole state. There are no major freeways, but I-15 runs through the city. St. George has a small airport with limited direct flights, but it's improving. It's only 2 hours away if you drive from Las Vegas for major entertainment and flights. Each city has its own vibe and price point, so choosing the right one depends on the lifestyle that you want to have. Utah's job market is thriving, which is one reason so many people are moving here. As 2024, Utah's unemployment rates were around 2.5 to 3%, well below the national average. Utah is consistently ranked as one of the top states for job creation with strong employment opportunities in multiple industries. Utah consistently ranks as one of the best states for startups and small businesses. Low corporate taxes and a business-friendly regulatory environment increases the investment in tech startups, particularly in Lehigh and Draper. Utah's tech sector is booming, often compared to what Silicon Valley is. Some major companies located in here are Qualtrics, Adobe, Domo, Lucid, and Entrada. High demand for software engineers, data analysts, and IT professionals are being required consistently. Some of the major hospital systems that we have here in Utah are Intermountain Healthcare, St. Mark's Hospital, and University of Utah. Now, regarding to major distribution hubs, we have Amazon, Walmart, Target, and other large retailers. Now, just to mention, some of the top industries here in the state are tech, healthcare and biotech, outdoor and recreation industry, construction and real estate, tourism and hospitality, especially in Park City and St. George. If you're looking for job opportunities, Utah is a great place to be if you want to increase your chances. Goldman Sachs, Zions Bank, Wells Fargo, and other important financial firms have major operations here in Utah, giving you access to very competitive financial products at your disposal. One thing that surprises a lot of newcomers is Utah's weather. We get all 4 seasons, and sometimes they are extreme. So we get winter, cold and snowy, but amazing for skiing and snowboarding. We get summer, hot and dry, especially in southern Utah. And we also get spring and fall. Absolutely beautiful with perfect hiking weather. Now, let's mention some of the activities that you can do in each one of those seasons. Let's start with winter. Utah is known for having the greatest snow on earth, which allows you to ski, snowboard, do backcountry skiing, snowmobiling, and snowshoeing. Spring and fall are perfect for hiking and exploring without having extreme heat or extreme cold. Now, you could do hiking at the Narrows in Zion National Park, Angel's Landing, or hundreds of other places. Mountain biking in Moab, Park City, and the Wasatch Back. You could do rock climbing in Big Cottonwood Canyon, Moab, and Indian Creek. If you're into camping, you can do that too. Now, when we get to the summertime, there's way more activities that we could do. You can do boating in Lake Powell, Bird Lake, Flaming Gorge. You can do off-roading and ATV trails in Sand Hollow, Moab, and tons of other places. Camping and fishing. I mean, you name it. You could even do golfing if that's what you're into. I mean, St. George, Park City, and even Salt Lake Valley have top-rated courses. If you love the outdoors, Utah is a dream come true. There's world-class skiing, hiking, mountain biking, and you have 5 national parks to explore. Just be prepared for the dry climate. Hydration is key. Pro tip, nose bleeding is something very common most people moving here experience. Also, your skin usually suffers too from dryness and the level of salt contained in the water we use in our homes. So I recommend you to stay hydrated with lotions and tons of water. Utah has a unique culture that blends outdoor adventure, family-friendly communities, and a growing urban scene. Utah is very family-oriented, with the highest average household size in the US. Families typically have at least 3 kids, and it can go up to 8 to 9 kids. People are generally friendly, welcoming, and community-driven. Many residents engage in church, school, and local service activities. The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, also known as LDS or the Mormon Church, is a major cultural influence. I don't know if you knew, but Utah is where the LDS Church was established. LDS teachings promote family life, clean living, and a strong community ties. While Salt Lake City and Park City are more diverse and secular, many smaller towns are strongly influenced by the LDS traditions. Alcohol laws are more relaxed than in the past, but still regulated. For example, lower alcohol content in most of the drinks, no happy hours, few places to get alcohol from, plus specific hours to get it. Utah is generally conservative, especially in rural areas and southern Utah, for example, St. George, Provo, Orem. Now, Salt Lake City and Park City are more liberal and diverse, with growing arts and LGBTQ+ communities. Are you a sports fan? Well, Utah has the Utah Jazz basketball team, Utah Hockey Club, which is very new, and college football, which are huge in here. There are plenty of local and international restaurants, coffee shops, many fast food franchises, plus a strong farm-to-table movement. So, is Utah right for you? I don't know, let's break it down. Let's mention some of the pros. Booming job market and a strong economy, beautiful landscapes and endless outdoor activities, family-friendly communities and environment, low crime rates in many areas, growing cities with more entertainment and dining. Now let's mention some of the cons. Housing prices are rising. Traffic increased because of a lot of people moving in here. Air quality issues, especially during winter. because of inversions. A strict alcohol laws, if that matters to you. Very dry climate. Not great if you love humidity. Most places are not open on Sunday because of the influence of the LDS Church. So let me know in the comments if Utah could be a place you could live in. There you have it. 5 things you need to know if you're thinking about relocating to Utah. If after watching this video about life in Utah, you still consider this is a place for you, I would love to help you. Click the link in the comment section to schedule a free consultation with me. Also, let me know in the comments what's your biggest concern about moving to Utah. I would love to answer it in a future video. Don't forget to subscribe for more real estate tips and updates about life in Utah. I'll see you in the next video.